Hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Clara. I am the co founder of List Perfectly. And today I'm being joined by Trish Glenn, our director of events and education. Welcome, everybody. Oh, my goodness, Trish, how are you?
I'm good, Miss Clara. How the heck are you?
Oh my goodness, cold.
I
I
was
am
going to say,
only an hour and a half away from you. What the heck? Okay. Hot weather here is 40 degrees and cold is any time that is below 10 Fahrenheit. So it's very interesting. Very interesting. But I see we have an incredible full house here. Oh, Gina, how are you? How you doing, Gina? Hi, fam. Oh my goodness, my Lika, my love, how are you? Hey, Jenny, that's a new name. Hi, Jenny Luhu. I like it.
she's very nice. She comes to Mastermind sometimes. Jenny
Oh
does.
my goodness.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yes, I don't know her. So that's nice that you're
yeah.
already enlisting party and being part of Mastermind. This is
Oh, and
exciting.
Tawana's here. Hi, Tawana. I
Tawana,
haven't
how are
seen her in
you?
a while.
Let me see. I'm trying to change the background. Okay, there we go.
There we
There we
go.
go. Tawana is here, California. Yes, I'm here in Rhode Island, right next to Massachusetts. You know how it is here. 5 minutes later, you're in a different state.
So I'm wearing yeah, that's very true. But I'm wearing a turtleneck because it is cold, man.
No,
Yeah,
they crank the heater. Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
it's cold.
So, yeah. Hey, Pam. Hey, welcome, everybody. So, I just wanted to start right off the bat. You know that I'm very transparent, at least perfectly. Since we don't have investors, I'm the big boss, with Amanda. So I just wanted to let you know that I heard, okay, your feedback that we're perceived as Depop centric. I heard you loud and clear. So what I wanted to explain you my strategy, because as chief strategy officer and as a successful founder of so many companies, all right, I just wanted to tell you for me is depth first strategy. That's my strategy. Yes, right now you're seeing more Depop content, and that is very intentional. That is my agenda. Why? Because we're choosing to go deep, one marketplace at a time. Let's stop of this thing of going scheming on the surface and then we're cross listing and hoping for the best. Okay, no, surface level tips. Okay, don't move the needle. Depth
Right.
does, right, Trish?
Absolutely. And I do think, I heard the same feedback that you did.
Right.
But I do think that as a reseller, it's a really good strategy because, I started on eBay. eBay was my baby. I knew eBay. And when I
Right.
went from eBay to Posh, I had a really hard time. And I didn't understand how Posh worked and I didn't understand the marketplace. And I think every time we add a new marketplace,
Yep.
we expect it to be like the first one we did, right? So whether
Right.
you started on eBay or you started on Posh or you started on Mercari, that's what that's what you're used to. Those are the buyers. And so when we end up going to another one, we're like, what the heck is happening? What did
Yeah.
these people want? And
Right.
so I think it's a really good idea that we do a deep dive and we figure out exactly how to be successful on Depop. And in a couple months, we're going to move on to another marketplace and we're going to do that. And I really think it's a great strategy that you came up with.
Yeah, well, you helped me. That's why you're in the right position. But this is something very intentional that we carefully thought with Trish, right? So if you go to our blog section, you can see. I want to share something, and this I want to say thank you so much. First of all, I want to say big thanks to Ryan Freight. She's in charge, okay, of the reseller growth team on Depop. All right. And I want to notice here how I'm an author of the blog post. But the most important thing, who cares about the author? Because the editor is Ryan Freight. Depop team member, and I am so proud to be able to have my blogs, all right, reviewed by a Depop team member. This is the kind of collaborations and partnerships Liz perfectly wants to bring you, all right? Things that are, what do marketplace say, for example, about an SEO guide, how search works, okay? This is the one of my favorites, guys. Look at what this is approved. Look at Depop welcomes multi-marketplace sellers. They welcome it, okay? Yes, you can make a very good living selling only on Depop if you want, because they're a worldwide marketplace. But, for us that are US based, all right, we at the moment, at least the feedback I received, okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, Trish, okay, but the feedback I received is that they're seeing Depop as an excellent strategy, as an addition marketplace and not a replacement marketplace of what you are already having in your workflow. And I want to make this very clear. We're not asking you to change your workflow, and we're going to explain you why. What did Liz perfectly released in the last 24 hours to make your cross listing to Depop blazing fast? We were faster before. Now we just took it off the hook, okay? And I'm very excited about this new feature.
Well, I mean, I think it's a smart thing to, when I first started,
right,
people didn't cross list, right? When I first started, nobody did that. And then when people started to do it, it was a very manual process. It was very labor intensive. And so a lot of people didn't do it because of that reason.
Or fear, because they were scared of being suspended. Yep. Let's talk about the big pink elephant right off the bat, Trish, okay? Let's talk about marketplaces now that they're penalizing you for delisting, all right, because you sold out. We're not talking about, using tools that they're infringing terms of service left and right by delisting and relisting your whole closet in, I don't know. Nowadays, I think they make it a microseconds if they want, okay? But we're talking about right now, one of the things that, let's talk about this, okay, is that Poshmark is penalizing resellers for delisting listings, not because you want to do this hack to the system and get this visibility. They're truly delisting and not relisting because they sold it out on other marketplaces. So and I go with Trish. We go with Trish to Team Depop, and we're like, "Are you gonna do the same? If you're gonna do a collaboration, are you doing the same?" And Depop, and you can see this. I'm gonna put a link right now to the blog post, and again, you can, this was curated from Team Depop, and I'm gonna put the link to this blog post. Please check this out. This is very important. All right, you can take my word for it and say Clara told me so. Clara said she got this information reviewed by Team Depop. Yes, I did. Did.
So, and I mean, I do think it's a really good point that Depop is reseller business friendly.
Yeah.
There are other marketplaces that are not reseller business friendly.
Well, let's not forget that Depop used to have that challenge in the beginning. It's a very common thing on European marketplaces. Look what happened. We just added Vinted, right? And now people are listing, like, you cross list 5 listings and they're like, oh, you're a professional seller. Okay, let's suspend you. So, let's not forget, okay, these are European marketplaces. Depop understood that they couldn't come with their European perspective to a US-based marketplace, and they're showing, guys, more than eagerness to connect with our community. They've been like many times already in Listing Party. I tell them, hey, can you make a video about, I don't know, anything, and they're like literally in seconds. So I really want to say thank you to the growth team and everybody on Team Depop, even the acquisition team that is incredible, helping us figure out the strategy, because Liz perfectly does not do advertising or paid collaboration. So I want to say thank you, especially for supporting. This is a very big company supporting a small company. Thank you, Team Depop. So one another thing I wanted to say, everybody, all right, this is not not about starting over. All right.
No.
This is, I want to make it very clear. This is not Depop is for, I don't know, you have to be the younger reseller, millennial. No, 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 please. Okay. This is about reselling on Depop safely, all right, and growing your business strategically. So I invite you now to try Depop. All you have to do. So let's talk about a little. Okay. I'm going to write off the bat. Okay. Team Depop, okay, is offering, what is it? 10 500. I'm going off by memory. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. 10 $500. $500. Okay, thank you. $500 prices, and then a year of free boosting for the first price. On second price, $100, and then 6 months of free boosting, and then you get Ask Me Anything session,
Correct.
or you get a one-on-one with the growth.
The one-on-one is for the 5 winners at the top. You get 20 minutes a one-on-one time, with $500 and a year of free boosting. Okay, so then there's 5 people from List Perfectly who are doing it inside LP to Depop. That's kind of the caveat. So and then then second prize is 10 people will get $100 each, 6 months of free boosting, and they will get a 1-hour Ask Me Anything. The 10 winners will get a 1-hour session with Team Depop. And then the third prize is 6 months of free boosting, and I think there's 20 people who get that.
That's right. Yeah, 15 lucky winners get it.
Sorry, that was off the top of my head. I apologize.
Yes. We've been working with Team Depop to find the best options, okay, to give away. And thank you again, Depop, for these incredible giveaways. We're very, very grateful. All you have to do, I know many of you, if you already have, all right, let me be very clear. Another concern I heard, Trish, I'm not interested because I already have a Depop account. I think with List Perfectly, and List Perfectly added Depop
years ago now.
Then I think that the big surge of signups we got is when we were the first on adding the 8 images. Do you remember? They went for 4 to 8 images. So that's when we had a big surge. So we had a lot of people with accounts. We heard you loud and clear. So a listing contest challenge will come. All right, you ask, and this is gonna be for people that already have Depop, that already have Depop accounts. Right. So this month on January, if you are not cross-listing to Depop, whether you have LP or not, join us. You have to join LP, cross-list to Depop, all right? You can be new or existing. All we're asking is that you didn't have a Depop closet prior to November 2025, all right? And then you are able to qualify. This is free money. Don't leave free money on the table. I'm telling you guys, how you think I came to this country with, $1,500, 2 suitcases, and a credit card, okay, that was like a limit of $2,000. I never, ever leave money on the table, right? So let's make sure we take that, okay, those nice gifts that Team Depop is giving us. Hey, Restated Threads, bam, I love Florida in the house.
I do want to say that Tommy wrote in the chat that he would rather, I don't know where the heck it went, but he wrote, okay, but Poshmark needs a wake-up call before they lose sellers by banning them because they delist. I'd rather sell on 6 platforms than just one, meaning Poshmark. And
look at the Facebook groups.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, look at the members on the Poshmark Facebook groups. It's like the Exodus, the same.
It is. And it's too bad. And I'm sure it's a growing pain. They're switching leadership. If anybody doesn't know, they're switching leadership. They're switching, leadership teams. And I think it's probably
strategy.
Yeah, they're changing a lot. And I think it's probably, hopefully, I think in my educated guess that it is just growing pains and they're going to work this out somehow.
Right.
But for right now, you have to be really careful. And anybody who knows me, if you come to my mastermind class, you've heard me say account health. I believe that your account health is the most important thing that you possess on any of the platforms. And you have to stay within terms of service and you need to do what they're asking you to do. And so for me, the most important thing that you can do is make sure that you keep your account house safe. And it's very hard to do it when the lines are blurred.
Right.
And right now, Poshmark has blurry lines.
Right.
And so adding in other, if you're not on Mercari, if you're not on Vinted, if you're not on Depop, right now is a really great time to switch your focus a little, in my opinion, away from Poshmark, because Poshmark's volatile. And I've known people
volatile.
volatile. Yeah.
Not to say the least.
Yeah. Because I know people who have gotten suspended, she said to me, well, I only got a 3-day listing suspension. It's not that big of a deal. To me, that's a huge deal, because, daily consistent
on Q4 and Q1,
right?
Get 3 days suspended. It's like, imagine you have a restaurant and the city comes and tells you you are suspended, okay, when you cannot, open your restaurant for 3 days. For me, that's how I see it.
Well, and it's true, except for Posh still allowed you to make sales. This is what kind of annoys me about them.
Yeah, but you cannot mistake how you're going to get visibility. It's
exactly.
Like, no.
Exactly.
No, it's like the wheel of a hamster that you're just chasing the dream. So
exactly.
So it's volatile. We recommend you again, try Depop next month if you already have. Like many of you, I know we heard you loud and clear. Mastermind, my favorite people. Okay, I love you guys. Next month, we're coming with a listing. Yes, a listing contest, just like Mastermind people like it, right? And one of the things I wanted to clarify, all right, is that I want to give a reminder, all right, that this is from brand new accounts, brand new Depop accounts. And you have to have a new Depop account. If you already have a Depop account, wait for February. On February, that's your time to come. Please go and open your free listing party account so you can join us and learn to increase your sell-through rate. Speaking about sell-through rate, Trish. Tommy, yes, go ahead, Trish.
It's just what he said is completely right. And I just want to back him up. It might be 3 days, but it's still a mark in your account, and you shouldn't have one, because that next one might be a ban.
Bravo!
It's a building block, right? So if you get enough of those, they can be like, hey, you're done. And so it is a volatile marketplace right now. And so I would just say everybody should be a little careful. Yeah.
Give them time to adapt and find their business strategy. As you've seen here, you have this feature. No, you don't. Okay. So give them a little time. In the meantime, all right, thank you for bringing that up. In the meantime, what I want to focus on, the new feature we added today to help you sell faster and list. You're going to sell faster if you list faster. But again, anybody can list fast. The question is, who can make an optimized listing? Because one of the things, Depop is big. Please don't be listing 10 listings every 2 days. List 5 every day, or at least 1 a day. But please, consistent is gonna beat the algorithm. And one of the things we created with List Perfectly right now is a way to pre-fill the fields that we create on Depop. So let me see. Let me get it here. Let me see. All right. I'm going to hit a play. So let me see if you see my screen. I'm going to hit play. All right. There it is. Do you see it?
Not yet.
Oh, really?
I can't. Can you guys see it?
All right. Let's try again.
Okay.
Oh, that was interesting. Let's go with entire screen. All right. Entire screen. What
now
about?
I can see it. Now I can see it.
Yay. Okay. All right. So let's increase the volume here. And let's go ahead and hit play here.
I'll go ahead and set my shipping here. And that's it. Everything's now ready to go. We've just added a new extension setting for cross-listing to Depop that lets you save your core Depop-specific details ahead of time. What this does is allow you to set those Depop-only fields once. Things like source, age, style, and shipping. So they automatically apply every time you cross-list. To set this up, head to your extension settings and open the Depop section. From there, you'll see the core details option, where you can choose your drop-down selections just once. I'll go ahead and set my shipping here, and that's it. Everything's now ready to go. Now, when I cross-list this item to Depop, you'll see all the listing details copy over like normal. I'll select my category, and as soon as I do, the core details I set earlier automatically fill in.
Magic.
If we take a look, you can see all the standard listing info is there, along with the source, age, style, and shipping settings, all applied automatically.
Ooh, did you see, guys? Heads up. Depop requires SKU to be unique per listing. Reusing SKU may cause issues when publishing. Even that we're doing for you. Reminder that many of our List Perfectly customers cross-list marketplace to marketplace. So if you're using that cross-listing technique, please remember that it might not show up the same, okay, as you're seeing here on this demo video.
So once you set these core details one time, they'll carry over on every Depop cross-list moving forward.
Yay!
So that is great. I mean, I love the fact that, the tech team is able to react when things happen and they're able to do things pretty quickly. And that's great. And I think it's just one more way that you can get things done fast. And one of the great things about what I really love about Listing Party is that, we talked about this morning, actually.
Right.
And people gave ideas about how to make things even go faster. And Angela, who I don't think is here right now, but Angela said she does her listings over to Depop by weight. So she can go in and change the shipping to whatever weight she's going to do. And she'll do all of those that day. And then the next day she'll change it and go do all of them another, because she sorts by weight in her catalog.
Right.
So the great thing about this is there's some really great ways to do like little tips and Malika just wrote efficiency. Exactly right. Like being able to figure out these little things so that you stay efficient and you're able to do them. And sometimes you don't realize you can do something inside LP until you see somebody else do it. Right. Not that just that you don't understand until you're like, oh yeah, I could do that too. That's so much easier, So I really love the collaboration of this sometimes, so that people show what they're doing and you're like, oh, why aren't I doing that? And it's the same thing with reselling, right? How many times have we met somebody and you hear what they say, or they talk about a brand, or they talk about the thrift, and you're like, oh, I've never thought about looking for that in my life. You only know what you know. And so I think it's really great, that collaboration that we do. And the other thing,
example, I would have never thought Trish Juicy Couture, would make a comeback.
Exactly.
Here we are.
Exactly. Very true. But Depop is a very specific platform, and it is a little different than a traditional marketplace, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because they don't have a title field. Right. So they only have descriptions, and Depop kind of makes its own things and the way it shows it to people. So the description is searchable. The entire description is searchable, but it's not huge. It's not as big as eBay. So you have to be more concise sometimes. You have to go in and maybe take some things out to be able to make everything, but it's style based. Yes. It's keyword based. So it is not like Ann Taylor based. Right. It's more like,
boho, disco, Mad Men, okay, any of those goth, any of style, that's very, that is oriented. So don't think this is a brand, or this is, with all due respect, this is not Grailed, okay? This is not a brand oriented marketplace. If you have something that is brandless but has this style, they don't care. Right. This audience that they have, the predominant audience that they have, they're this is a fashion, even though you can do accessories, this is a fashion mainly marketplace. So definitely styling is everything.
Yeah, it's style words, fit words, style keywords, fit words, and cultural cues. And I
Yep.
just want to say what I mean by that. Style words are like Y2K, Gorp Core, like fairy, goth, those kind of words. Okay. And then fit words are like baby tee, oversized, cropped, those kind of. And then cultural cues are like festival, rave, streetwear.
Yeah.
So those things that maybe somebody is looking, they're going to go to Burning Man and they want something specific Burning Man to wear. So those are the things that Depop really focuses on. And those are the things that buyers are searching.
Yep.
And that's how, and that's much different than the audience on eBay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we have again, Trish, we have again a blog post about this on our blog, free. This is a free resource. Whether you are not an LP customer, don't worry. This is free. All right. If I switch screens, do you see the new screen? No, you don't. No. So just go to the landing side of List Perfectly. And then on the top here, you go to free resources, you click on blog. And here we have how to use Depop Discover page, styles, and pricing model to improve sales. But the nice thing is, again, I want to thank Ryan Freight from Team Depop. Thank you again for collaborating and being the editor. Yeah, you can do any blog, but I had the incredible help of Ryan editing the blog post that we created, making sure that what we are, the facts that we're bringing to you, they are very well curated by the marketplace team members. So we're not guessing what works on a marketplace or not. This is a new strategy of LP, going deep on every marketplace we partner with.
And here's the thing about another thing about Depop. It's an app based. Not everything can happen on your computer. And I know a lot of us are very computer focused, especially if we've been around for a while and we've been doing this for a while. We're computer based, maybe more than app based. But there are some things that can only happen on the app. So make sure you download the app. And then while you download it, go in and look at it every once in a while. Look at solds. Look at what's trending. Go in and look at your For You page. See what other people are selling, because you may have something very similar that you can just copy their keywords and be like, oh, those are great, that maybe you wouldn't have thought of, or the style or the cultural cue. To be honest with you, the only 3 cultural cues I could think of was festival, rave, and streetwear. So
there is like, what is it? Indie sleaze, Western ballet core, Y2K revival, streetwear, classic, coquette. I love the coquette stylish. That means stylish in French.
But, going in and looking at the app and seeing how other people, finding sold listings and seeing what other people have done can really help you figure out where your things should be.
Exactly.
And the other thing I'd like to say about this is, please, when you set up your account, make sure you do your bio. Now, I think bios mean very little on eBay personally.
Oh, yeah. I completely agree. Okay. Oh, yeah. Who said no one's
going in and
wait. No one ever let me buy an item, okay, and go and see the bio. We go immediately to the feedback, okay?
Right. Exactly. But on Depop, the bios evidently are very heavy. They're people read them, people look at them.
And tell them to put a picture. Don't leave your Team Depop is asking us, please you don't have a logo of your business. Okay, put a picture of your pet. Maybe you put a picture. I don't know. Do put any picture, all right? But if you can put human, again, a human, because why? Don't forget that people that go to this marketplace, they want to support small businesses. Yes, you are a small business. So when they go there and they see a face on their Depop shop, they feel like an emotional connection. When emotional connection is formed between a buyer and a seller, that reduces any friction that could have. We all know people that buy pre-love stuff, okay? Sometimes they build up that expectation and then they are like, oh, I thought it was midnight black when actually sunset black. And you're like, what? You know?
Exactly. And it's true. But the thing about your bio is evidently they're really big in Depop, and Depop puts weight into them. And so just because it seems I'm going to use the word stupid, but I don't mean stupid. Just
Yeah.
that it doesn't seem, intuitive to us to do it. I think you should. And you want it to feel human, not corporate. So you
Exactly.
want it to be like a small seller selling to another person. Don't make it like, whereas on eBay, I sometimes feel like if you can act a little bigger than you are, you're in a better
Yes.
position
It's
on eBay.
incredible. Don't do that on Depop. You
Right.
don't need that on Depop. This is not, you're not going to get to top seller, okay, which is the equivalent of top rated seller, okay, of eBay. You're not going to get top seller for saying you're the biggest, the baddest, okay, and everything, okay. Yeah, very good point. That works on eBay, not here.
Right. And so you want to think of yourself as, like somebody who finds cool thrifted items, or I'm an I upscale, or I do, upcycling. Think about who we're kind of marketing to. And that's kind of the vibe that they're going for on Depop. And I think that does really well. And so it is not, so again, it's not brand driven. It's more style based. It's more style driven. And also, think of yourself as like, I am the cool girl who goes thrifting and finds you fun stuff. That vibe kind of works on Depop.
Exactly. Exactly. I have a question. We have Julie says, I never read bios. Question, Julie, do you buy on Depop? I'm curious, okay? Are you at least, okay, a couple of times a year, at least 4 or 5 times a year, do you buy on Depop? I'm curious why you wouldn't read the bios. I'm looking forward. And if you do, I really appreciate that feedback, because I would love to bring that feedback to Depop and say, hey, I have a buyer here that is saying, that they don't read the bios. Give me the data. I'm happy to bring that to Team Depop. All right.
Another. And I also, go ahead. And then go ahead first.
Oh, I wanted to say something of Vida that is just asking me, could LP add body type to the core details? You got it, Vida. Okay. Adding to the wish list. Thank you, Vida.
So what I wanted to talk about was the fact that this morning in Mastermind, so, to me, Depop, originally I thought of it as like a social selling platform, more like Poshmark, where you follow people and and they came back and said, no, it isn't. It's style-based, blah, blah, blah. But there's a big but involved.
Yeah.
And so this morning, oh my Lord, I don't know who said it this morning, but they said they went in and they followed people. Oh, it was Tina. Tina said she went in and followed people who sell things like people who are selling things like she does. And then she went in and followed their buyers. And I thought to myself, why the heck are you doing that? Like, that didn't make any sense to me. And then Veta, I know. And then Veta said, no, I do that too, blah, blah, blah. And then Angela said it also. And then I did a little research between Mastermind and Now, and that actually gives you an edge in selling on Depop. But I didn't get it until I could see it like in black and white. And at Depop, they say they reward activity, not just listings. And so this is one way to do the activity, but it also allows buyers to see your niche, right? So, or see the kind of items you sell if you're not really niche down. Right. But find similar items, follow their followers or follow their buyers. Yep. And those people will see you. And a lot of times they just go in to follow you back, and they may see something they like. And so maybe put a timer on and do it for 10 minutes a day and see if it makes a difference till the end of the month.
Absolutely. That's a very good point. Another thing, Trish, that helps you to gain visibility, and it's free, again, no additional cost with List Perfectly. It's how easy it is to cross list, adding Instagram as one more channel that you're gonna share. So I'm gonna click it literally to show you guys. Okay, it's just one click. All right, can you see my screen, Trish?
Yes.
All right, let me see.
From Depop. I see a Depop. I'm looking at Depop. Is that the right thing?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Just making sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Today, we're showing you how to cross-list from Depop to Instagram using List Perfectly. From your Depop active listings, select the items you want, choose Instagram, and click Copy. New tabs will open with your listing details copied into Instagram posts, ready for you to adjust captions and photos before posting. Instagram isn't a marketplace, so use this to highlight your best pieces and sold-out items to attract buyers. This helps build your brand and drive traffic to your shops on Depop, eBay, or Poshmark. Since Instagram cross-listing is unlimited, you can post as often as you like.
Hey, do you see it blurry?
Yeah.
Huh. I gotta redo this one. But again, I'll take it back to here. All right. Let me see here. So, guys, it's just one more button. Friendly reminder that this is not a marketplace. So you can't be like, hey, I'm going to send 100 listings, because you know how you are with List Perfectly. You do like a 50, 100 a day. So just is to highlight the top picks, and then you can redirect people to your Depop shop. So it's something that I've done it very successfully. It creates, organic traction in order for you to gather more traction and more traffic in your platform. I had Julie saying something. Oh, Julie, thank you. I'm gonna put your comment. All right, Julie. All right. I'm gonna keep it transparent. I thought, me too. I'm with you, with Trish. We assume the same. We're like, oh yeah, we're too old. Okay, this is for like the younger people, maybe 40, 30 and younger. So there comes Ryan and Jack from Team Depop, and we're like, yeah, we're expecting them to be like, yes, So and they're like, no, and then they explain in such a way, because guys, when you are watching right now Netflix, what do you see? Stranger Things, they're like all 80s. Okay. You look at other shows or 70s. So stuff that is like literally because has holes or pools or tears, that's like a grail for younger or audiences that they really want that style. So Julie, do me a favor, Julie. Thank you for this comment. Would you do me a favor? Try for me. Okay. Send 10 listings to Depop. There is no penalty for the listing. There is no reseller fees. No,
Right. We've never even discussed that. We've been talking about this now for 36 minutes. And we didn't say there's no fees. Okay. I think that's an important distinction that you and I did not make for 36 minutes and 42 seconds, that there are no fees on Depop. You pay 2.9%.
No seller fees.
Yeah.
There is fees, but no seller fees. All right.
You pay 2.9% plus 30 cents or 40 cents for each listing, right? I mean, each transaction, not listing. Mm-hmm. There are no listing fees. You don't list when you put on. You can have as many items as you want. There's no charge for that. And the seller is paying, the buyer is paying the fees, not the seller. So we do not pay. So there is really no downside to trying this. Now, I can hear people in my head, one person specifically, I can hear them in my head right now saying there is a downside because you get offers and they're not binding. It is true.
True.
That is one thing that is a little different than most of the websites. Most of the marketplaces we deal with.
Most of our audience are eBay. It's very predominant in List Perfectly that everybody sells on eBay. So you come from a marketplace where offers are binding, and it's the same as Etsy. There are non-binding offers. So the idea is if someone sends you an offensive, I know I've got offended that I work hard and then people think you're Walmart. I get it. Okay. So if you get an offensive offer, just find your zen, all right, and just respond with your best offer, regardless of the offensive offer, counter offer, regardless of the offer they sent you.
I agree. I agree that across all platforms, if somebody opens the dialogue, you should engage. Yeah. And what we learned from Team Depop was this is an engagement. This is like when somebody on eBay sends you a message and asks you a question. That is kind of how offers are thought about over there. They're not really
said, will this fit me? Or
yeah.
or the lowest you will go.
Right. So when somebody says, will you take $20 for this? They may have asked 5 people who have something similar, will you take $20 for this? Oh. And so it isn't, I don't want everyone, it's just part of the way it works over there. So you kind of just have to get used to that. You're going to get offers and they're not going to go through some of them, or even maybe most of them, but you're going to get it's just the way it kind of works. It's just like a conversation.
Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely right. So just remember there is nothing to lose. There is no delisting penalties. You're not going to lose your top seller if you're a Depop top seller ranking. Okay. You're not going to lose that. You don't have reseller fees. All right. So that really reduces any friction. Even if you have a return, it's even easier. All right. So
And
go.
wait, I just want to say one more thing. The
Yes, but no, I'm like, go and get those 10 listings, okay?
yeah,
There's
do that. Yeah.
okay, come on, with List Perfectly, what? Takes you 5 minutes, 10 listings, go and get these, go and explore. You never know. What do we always say? Don't put your chickens in one basket.
Exactly. But I just would like to say one other thing. Another thing that I really like about Depop is that they say out loud that daily listing matters. They say consistency matters. Where most platforms don't ever mention that this will help you, that this matters.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Most platforms like disappear.
Yeah, exactly. I'm out of here. I'm not talking about this. But they say, consistent listing helps you. And also they say that consistency helps before dropping in. Don't drop in 1,000 listings in 2 days, right? If you've got a big catalog and you want to come over here, don't do that. I'd rather see you do, 25 a day for the next, I mean, if you have 10,000 listings, you could up that. But you know what I'm saying? If you have a couple thousand, drop in 20 a day for a while. Don't drop in all of them in a very short period of time, because the algorithm responds to consistency. Exactly. And so having a platform actually say that out loud, I love it. My heart gets happy, because what I really can't stand about some other platforms, i.e. eBay, my favorite thing ever in the world, is they don't tell us any information.
Or you go to the growth team and they tell you one thing, and then you go to community and they tell you another one.
So exactly what happens.
Answering that one, we love you. eBay can wait to do a one-on-one with you and get an answer. I think we do Malika? She says this is great.
Yeah, you did. You wrote it down.
Okay. Just making sure we didn't forget. Are we forgetting? I think we're coming to the end of the session, Trish, but really good. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. I really appreciate it. All right. Reminder, List Perfectly offers 100 free listings, money back guarantee. We don't put watermarks. It's yours to keep, but if you intend on participating with LP and Depop contests, you need to have the LP membership active at the time of winning. So make sure that you are an LP member. Give it a try for a month. Hey, Becky, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let us know if you have any questions. We're about to wrap it up. Anybody, if you have any questions, please let us know. Any requests for Depop. And if you couldn't make it and you're watching home and you couldn't make it to the live, don't worry, because you can join us on Listing Party. Or if you're not a List Perfectly customer, join our Facebook. Clara and Trish thank you, James. Okay, thank you. If you're not a List Perfectly customer, no worries. You can join us on the Facebook group. It's a free Facebook group where I myself, anybody, I go into dialogues or any requests. So we're looking forward to help you grow with the same inventory, more eyes. This is the way you want to grow a sustainable business. Try it today. 10 listings this is the easiest money. Don't leave this money on the table. Go and get those 10 listings now. Meanwhile, you're watching this live, okay?
And Becky's Vintage and More asked, are we going to add knickknacks and vamp? Becky, please go in and put in a feature request. Because I'm just going to speak for Clara for a second. They take them seriously. They follow them. They know what people ask. And we are always adding new platforms. And so we want to know what people are looking for. So please go in and add it, so we'll get added to the tally.
Yep. So we can measure which one to launch first. All right. Thank you, Becky. Great question. So thank you, everybody. And again, thank you, Trish.
You're welcome.
It's always fun. I love doing this with you. Okay.
It is. It's always fun. And after this, if you are already belong to List Perfectly, we're going to do an after show. Well, I am. I don't know if Clara is, but I'll be at the after show party. I'm sorry?
I'm coming for a little.
Okay. So please come over, meet us in listing party, and we'll see what else you guys have to say.
Yeah, and what's the difference between listing party and here? Here, this is literally you have to type your questions. In listing party, you're having a dialogue. Whether you want to share your camera, your microphone, you can still type if you want, but that's the beauty of it. You have so many choices to communicate with us. Thank you, Trish. Thank you, everybody. Let's make more money. Come on, let's make our dreams come true. That if we don't fight for them, nobody's going to help us, right?
True.
So let's
Very
make
true.
it happen. Thank you, everybody.